Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for checking in on this lesson, this video about the three reasons building a soundproof home recording studio in my backyard completely changed my life. And I want this video to excite you. If you're thinking about building your own home recording studio, then this video is really meant to give you that idea of how your life could change, how all this hard work of like designing and building and understanding the physics and the construction behind it. I want to talk a little bit about the things that have made my life better, the whole reason why you're spending so much time, money, and energy doing this. And hopefully this will give you that sense of why you're working so hard towards building a soundproof home recording studio. And if you're not sure about it, hopefully this will convince you that it is a great idea to invest in building a soundproof home recording studio either in your house or in your backyard or in a spare garage out back. Before we jump in, I want to say that I do have a free resource for you. This is my soundproofing workshop. It is 45 minutes of in-depth teaching. You will walk away with a design for your soundproof home studio. So if you're interested in that, you can click in the description below, or you can go to www.soundproofyourstudio.com. So definitely check that out if you want to take your soundproof studio build to the next level and actually get started with your design. All right, let's jump into the video of the three things that changed my life from building a soundproof home recording studio. All right, reason number one is I now have an immense pride and satisfaction from building this studio. I actually worked side by side with my contractor, who was incredible, and he let me work with him. He taught me how to build walls. He taught me how to lay flooring. He taught me how to drywall. He taught me how to run some electrical. I mean, it was an incredible experience. Even if you aren't building your own home studio, I think you will find that you'll have this incredible sense of pride from having created something that was in your mind to start with, just a dream, a vision you had, and then to be able to walk out and look at your dream in reality as a functioning home recording studio. And then also the satisfaction of closing that door and having it be completely soundproof and cutting out all that noise. That is something to this day that I enjoy sharing with friends and family when they come to visit, and of course clients and people I work with. But most importantly, that sense of joy that I have of showing them turning up the music really loud. We walk outside, close the door, and it's like, oh, you don't hear anything. So that to this day still brings me a lot of joy and self-actualization of the accomplishment of building the studio. So that is something that you might be like, I don't know if that'd be such a big deal, but you would be surprised at how awesome it is to do something like this in your life and have that be a huge piece of your character now in your life, of who you are, and it kind of defines who you are, and it's a great thing. It makes life that much better. The second thing I want to talk about is how building this studio actually improved my business. Now, I know some of you may be hobby musicians and you're building this just for yourself and for fun, but nonetheless, I think you might get some few ideas about how this could help you by building a soundproof studio. And if you are in business trying to record other people, or if you're doing this professionally as a musician, then you will definitely want to listen to this, because this is really something that has changed my life dramatically. The first thing it allowed me to do was increase my rates. I now have a beautiful professional space. It's not just a spare bedroom in my house anymore. And I felt comfortable raising rates, and I found that my clients, the artists I work with, were happy to pay me knowing that they're working in a professional recording studio and not just someone's home where, so your roommates might be making noise or a lawnmower is buzzing in the front yard and you have to stop. This is a professional studio. It sounds great. The other thing about my business that improved was I got better clients. I've noticed that having a more professional atmosphere has allowed me to attract better artists, better performers into my studio. And that is something that I think is totally worth it. And you're investing all this time and money into building your soundproof studio, but in the end, it's going to pay you back in dividends over the years as you can grow your business over time. The third thing that has improved with my business side of things after building a soundproof home recording studio is that I find that people just take me more seriously. I find that in Nashville, I have established myself as a serious producer, someone who's actually taken their career seriously, has invested time, energy, and money into the space, the environment, and made sure that it's as professional as it can be. So if you're thinking about building a soundproof home studio, those are 3 solid reasons that your business will increase, not only your own self-satisfaction. So keep that in mind as well. The third and final reason I will say that building a soundproof studio has changed my life is that I can record, play music, do whatever I want in the studio whenever I want. It is amazing. It has allowed me to record at 1 a.m. if I wanted to. I could record at 5 a.m. if I wanted to. I can play loud music in the middle of the day, and none of my neighbors have any idea of what I'm doing. When I had roommates, I was separate from them. I didn't have to worry about them. I now am able to have renters in the house, which is awesome. So I can be completely separate from them, have my own space. So this idea of creating a separate environment that is soundproof is incredibly helpful for keeping your business and your life separate. And it also helps with keeping all the other stuff out of your studio, which is so important, like dogs barking, construction on your street, neighbors mowing their lawn, the occasional car horn, whatever it may be that's in your neighborhood or in your apartment building or whatever it is. It's so nice to have all that cut out and the volume reduced. I mean, planes flying overhead, helicopters, things like that. All that has been reduced to a level where either I can't hear it, or if it's like a super loud thing like a low-flying airplane, it's so much quieter that it won't ruin your takes. So the incredible thing about building this soundproof studio is you now have created an environment where you can come in and focus. There's no distractions around you, no weird noises that are kind of pulling your ears away from your mix or making it harder to record a really quiet guitar part. So the third reason I would say is that you can have a perfect space that is quiet and ready to go at all times of the day. You don't have to wait for it to be quiet outside. So I hope this short little lesson was helpful. If you're listening on our podcast, thanks for tuning in. And if you're watching on YouTube, I really appreciate you watching this video. Again, if you want to take that deep dive into soundproofing, join that free soundproofing workshop. It's 45 minutes of jam-packed information and knowledge. You will walk away with a fully designed soundproof home recording studio, and then you can take that and begin to start thinking about how you will build it. So thanks again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. New videos every Monday, new podcast every Monday. If you're on podcast apps, make sure to leave a 5-star review on Apple iTunes. That helps out the podcast a lot, helps it grow. And until next Monday, I will see you all later.